Yeah, hello everyone. Hello. Yeah, so I've had a bad week, ladies and gentlemen, a bad week. I had a big argument with my best friend and I split up with my girlfriend on the same day. Yeah, it was awful, it was awful. I was in the pub, you know, and my friend came in, he was in a terrible mood and we started arguing and we started fighting and he hit me and I hit him and I gave him a black eye and a big fat lip. And he ran off home and told his mum and she called me and broke up with me. Yeah, and I did a gig, right? I did a gig, and it went really well, right? It went really well. My jokes worked. Everyone was laughing. It was fabulous. I was on cloud 9 when I came off, and a guy that had been in the audience came up to me and said, "Oh, Dickie, yeah, that was really funny. Really funny. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, very funny. But I hope you don't mind me saying." And I thought, what's he going to say? I'm not in the mood for this. You know, I'm not in the mood for this. He said, "I hope you don't mind me saying, but I think you repeat yourself too much." I thought, well, I'm not having this, right? I'm not going to be polite. I'm going to fight back. I said, "Oh, so you think I repeat myself too much?" "Oh, so you think I repeat myself too much?" Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Well, do you know why that is? Do you know why that is? Yes, because when I have vodka, I have a double-double. And whenever I eat pierogi, I say yum yum. I like to go to Bora Bora and eat bonbons and pawpaws. Then I like to have a wee wee and a poo poo, which I sometimes call a pee pee and a plop plop. I fancy Coco Chanel, Zsa Zsa Gabor, Momola, Medina Nana, and I call a dog a woof woof and a cow a moo moo and a car a brum brum and a train a choo choo. On my days off I like to watch documentaries about Sing Sing, listen to Lulu, Shiwaddy Waddy, BB King and Womack, put a bet on a Gigi, hopefully have a win-win, watch Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, play with the yo-yo. And I love it when people go ha ha, I want to tell a knock knock joke, bum bum. Then I punched him. Twice. Now I stopped doing something, folks. I stopped doing something in lockdown. Do you know what I stopped doing in lockdown? I stopped manscaping. Right? And if you don't know what manscaping is shaving your pubic hair into nice shapes, right? I stopped doing it after 3 months of lockdown. I thought, what's the point, right? What's the point? So I've now got 3 years worth of pubic hair growth here now. 3 years of the pubic hair, right? And if you're an older guy, right, older person, you'll know that as you get older, your hair goes white, right, and it starts growing back a little bit thicker, right? So I've got this now white, thick mound, a little rainforest with its own ecosystem here of white pubic hair, ladies and gentlemen. What I like to do, I like to take care of myself. I like to take care of myself. So when I go into the shower, I like to use some nice, good quality shampoo, and I shampoo it, you know, some Tresemme, something like that, you know, and I wash it out, and I get some nice conditioner, hair conditioner, you know, I get some nice conditioner, maybe some Vidal Sassoon, something like that, and then I get the hair dryer with a diffuser on it. I like to diffuse the hair like that, and I end up with this big round white cushion of white pubic hair like that. And if I get the angle right in the bathroom mirror, it looks like I'm getting a blowjob from Brian May. It's a kind of magic. So folks, listen, I'm not going to be long here, right, but I've got to tell you something. I've not been well recently. Yes, I've had a gentleman's health issue. Yeah, and I won't be crude, let's just say that my little soldier has been having trouble standing to attention, right? So I was worried about it. I went to see my doctor, and my doctor examined me and sent me for tests. I went back for results. He said, "Dickie, your test results are back fine. There's nothing wrong with you. You're in A1 physical condition. Everything's in full working order. In fact, if you don't mind me saying, you're a very fine specimen for a man of your age." I said, "Thank you, doctor." I think he was right. He said, "So I think what you're suffering from is some sort of mental block." I said, "Oh, great, doctor, what's the treatment going to be? What are you going to give me?" And he said, "There was nothing I can give you now. All I can do is suggest that you try abstaining for a few weeks." And I said, "I can't do that, doctor. I've got a terrible fear of heights." That's just for the English people in the room, that joke. So he said, "All right, Dickie, if you can't do that, I'll tell you what I'll do. There is a clinic I can send you to, right? This is all they deal with. They specialise in this. This is all they deal with. They'll sort you out. The only problem is, the clinic's in Krakow, in Poland." I said, "Doctor, great, I'm going to Krakow for a week, right? I can go, make me an appointment." So I've been, right, he's made me an appointment. And I was really nervous about going to this clinic, right? I was worried about what was going to happen, and truth be told, everyone, I was a little bit embarrassed about going to this place, right? It's a, you know, personal problem. So I'm sitting there in the waiting room, nervously waiting, you know, and there's another guy in the waiting room looks at me and says, "Excuse me, are you okay?" And you look very nervous. And, you know, when someone's kind to you, it's nice, isn't it? I said, "Oh, thank you, mate, that's very kind of you. Yes, I am. I'm a bit nervous I'm worried about what's going to happen, and truth be told, I'm a little bit embarrassed about being here." And this guy turned on me, right? He turned on the other side. "You want to be embarrassed? Embarrassed? What are you embarrassed about? Can't you get it out? Are you impotent?" I went, "Hell, mate, yeah, well, I might be." He said, "Well, there's nothing to be embarrassed about." I said, "I am impotent. I can't get it up. I'm not embarrassed about it. Why should I be? It's part of my life. It's who I am. It's the hand I've been dealt. It's nothing to be embarrassed about." And anyway, mate, you think you've got problems? You think you've got problems? Not only am I impotent, I can't get it up, but I have a tiny penis. I have a tiny, tiny penis. In fact, the doctors reckon it's a toss-up between whether it's a penis or a nipple. And I am not embarrassed about it. Why should I be? It's part of my life. It's the way I am. It's the hand I've been dealt. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Not only can't I not get it up, I'm impotent. Not only do I have a tiny, tiny penis, but I'm also incontinent. I'm always pissing my pants. I'm always pissing my pants, pissy pants. They call me Pissy Pants Pete where I live. It's disgusting. I stink of piss. I'm not embarrassed about it. Why should I be? It's part of my life. It's who I am. It's the hand I've been dealt. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. And isn't it funny, folks, when you come across someone who's in a worse position than you, whose problems are somehow greater than your own, it makes you feel better about yourself, doesn't it? You know, and I started feeling better about myself. And I thought, well, I've got no problems. This poor guy, you know. So my nerves evaporated, you know, and my embarrassment lifted. Anyway, turns out, me and this guy shared a sense of humour, and we started having a really good laugh and a joke, and we were like two silly schoolboys for the whole afternoon. And he really got me through the afternoon. I'm delighted he was there, and well, I'm delighted he's here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is. My friend Pissy Pants Pete here, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is. So I've got to go, ladies. I've got to go. And I was terrible, isn't it? I've got to go, ladies. I've got to go. But before I go, let me just tell you one thing before I go. And that is that I like nurses. I like nurses, you know. And last Friday night, I ended up with this nurse back at her place, and she had all the nurses' uniform on and all that, you know. And she got on top of me, and she started going. Anyway, eventually she managed to restart my heart. Save my life. What were you thinking? Good night, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you next time. Keep it going for Dickie, guys.
Fantastic.